Imagine a deputy chief minister has to come and say, our position sold in shops. You know, how does one, put a lid on all this, Satya Prakash? There seems to be absolutely no room for any voices, because now they are saying reports are being asked by the High Command.
Good evening, Sudha.
Hi.
Sudha, democracy is not dead. Dissent in democracy, you are saying, but I am saying democracy flourishing in Karnataka. Democracy is all about debate. Democracy is all about talking. Democracy is all about putting your thoughts. It is not autocracy, isn't it? This is democracy. People have every right to speak as per the constitution norms. So what is wrong in people putting them? But only thing what our High Command has said is, you speak, but you speak in the right forums. You speak in the CLP. You speak in the cabinet. You write letters to us. You go to CM's office. You go to KPCC President's office. Is all we are saying. There is no lid on people talking. But it has to be spoken in the right forums is what our High Command has said.
All right. So
please understand.
Yeah, I have understood.
Today,
Satyaji, I have understood. Go on.
Yeah.
Go on, Satya.
Today, this government, Congress government, has got the mandate of the people of Karnataka. People of Karnataka, the Karnataks have blessed Mr. Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar. We have got nearly 140 MLAs. So the mandate of the people is to deliver, and we have already delivered all the flagship
Understood.
programs.
But Satya Prakash, my turn now. If you're saying democracy is flourishing, to dissent and to ask questions is part of a democratic narrative. I mean, all in very well said. So do you also appreciate, by that theory appreciate Mr. Satish Jarkiholi going and saying you take the support of 141 people? Do you appreciate Rajanna saying what is upsetting DK Shivakumar? Do you appreciate people having dinner parties and planning the future? After all, that dinner party was done in a room. It wasn't done openly. Then Parameshwara also deciding that let's have a dinner party. Someone saying caste, survey should be made public. Come on. All I'm saying is then the little bushfires appear everywhere. Let me come back to you. Vijay Grover, I want to ask you. Asking for reports. Randeep Surjewala said कि हम तो मतलब मछली की आंख देखते हैं अर्जुन की तरह वहीं तीर मारते हैं पर पता नहीं वो आंख कहाँ है वो आंख हर जगह जा रही है मेरा आपसे ये प्रश्न है विजय जी आई एम आस्किंग यू दिस that what is this asking for report? If you are allowing people to speak like this, then you also put a gag order, but still people are talking. What does it mean? Highly indisciplined, and there is real chaos in the party. Vijay.
So that, in fact, Satya Prakash very clearly said that democracy is flourishing. I think so. It is over democracy in the Congress that anybody is saying anything and getting away with it. Clearly, this is something which is not very healthy as far as, a government is concerned, because the signals that come out of this do not send a very positive sign. And that the kind of rebellions, the kind of dissent, the kind of, backlashes at each other, these are not healthy signs. No doubt that the CLP meeting was held, and the CLP meeting should be held more often so that these things are discussed in four doors and not on the streets of Bengaluru. That is something which is very important. Let me also point out that, if what is happening in the CLP, there were MLAs who had kept their mobile phones on so that some of the journalists could hear what was transpiring in the CLP.
Wow.
This is very shocking. That is something that, clearly shows that, there are, MLAs who are disgruntled, and the party is not able to do firefighting at all. So clearly this is something that needs to be discussed in four walls, and not the kind of comments that are being made. That certainly is not a good sign for any government.
Right.
I'm not talking from the political point of view. It could be caste survey coming out, not coming out, but at a time when we are looking at work happening, people of the state want the government to work efficiently, and when there are signals of dissent, rebellions, or brewing rebellions, that certainly is not the best thing
Vijay
to
Grover,
happen
tell me quickly what I'm not, there is also, my reporter was talking to me and said people were, the cabinet reshuffle, it's been put on the back burner. Wo kab hoga? Allah jane. Then you have the caste census. Even then they said that, maybe next cabinet meeting it may happen. then there is a lot of administrative things which have come to a complete standstill because of this constant tutu meme which is going on. So like you said, what about governance and administering a state, Vijay? Don't you think all that takes a backseat?
Well, see, very clearly, the only thing that the government today is, suffering from the fact that, the guarantee scheme internally and externally are the biggest talking point. MLAs are upset that their funds are not being released for constituency development, and their grievance has been that the funds are going to guarantees, and that is something where, local level area developments certainly have taken impact. And MLAs are certainly unhappy because the promises they made to their constituents, they're not able to fulfill it.
All right.
Let's take, for example, Bangalore. Bangalore is struggling today. I mean, you do not have infrastructure which projects are getting completed.
And I think Satya should answer that, Vijay. What happens to governance and administration, Satya Prakash ji, if this is what goes on?
See, the Chief Minister has gone on record to tell in the CLP that 10 crore rupees per constituency is going to be given both for the ruling party as well as the opposition party.
All right.
Whatever you are spending on guarantees is just 14 to 15% of our budget. With the budget going 4 lakh plus crores in the coming 1 month, that will come to 12 or 13%, spending 12 to 13%.
You can keep announcing policies, but where are the people doing it? If you're only busy dissenting, if you're only dissenting.
Allocation of funds is the biggest challenge.
Please don't interrupt. Give me a time.
Yeah, yours is the last, last 1 minute, then I move on. Go on.
We are just spending 12 to 13% of our budget, which is reaching 80% of our population. Which government has done this?
I
Which
don't know.
BJP government has done this?
I'm not
Has
even
Modi
asking
done
that,
this?
Satya Prakash. I'm saying get the work done for God's sake. Stop dissenting. It is sending out a wrong message. Democracy is not flourishing in Karnataka Congress. There is only sword fighting which goes on every day and shadow boxing. And I think you need to really wake up. It's a wake-up call, Satya. That's what.
Can I suggest one thing? It is time News9 stops doing any stories on this. This government will last all the 5 years. We are doing a fantastic job. People are very happy with us. Winning 3 out of 3 by-elections is a point, Sudha ji. You should tell your editorial team, let us stop. Karnataka government is going to last this 5 years.
You should not do 5 years. You should do 10 years. I'm telling you. All my good wishes to you because who am I? I'm just a journalist. But your DK Shivakumar said, if you keep fighting like this, the taluka and the panchayat elections which are going to come, we are going to suffer. We journalists don't want any governments to fall. We are only trying to make it better for you.